I think the easiest thing in the world is to let go. Now, I want you to catch on to a thought. Okay, let's think of a thought. How hot it is. And I want you to hold that thought. Nothing else in your head except how hot it is. Is it there still? Or did you think of something else? You can't. You see, thoughts by their nature are like bubbles. They come up from somewhere, they're bursts of energy, and then they go. There is no holding on. The easiest thing is letting go of a thought. You actually get around maybe, say, 70,000 thoughts in a day. The ones you hold on to temporarily, that is to say that there are thoughts that we like, especially we love self-deprecating thoughts. We love thoughts that make us feel less than perfect. Like somebody says, you look as if you put on a little weight. Or you look as if you've lost a little weight. You think I'm fat. And the thought about thinking that you're fat, that will go on. I think I'm fat. I should do something about my diet. I don't know why it never works with me. It always works with somebody else. Look at these men. They just diet for a week and they lose all the weight. And here I am struck. So you see, you start off with one thought and it's a ladder, one after another, one after another, one after another. And the more you give attention to anything, the more it grows and manifests in your life. So if you're feeling thoroughly miserable, and if you're feeling unhappy with yourself, and if you're feeling things are not just going your way, then don't be surprised if life is not working out on your plan, on the one you want. Because it's the quality of your thoughts that determines the quality of your day. Right? So when we say let go of thoughts, what do we actually mean? We don't, half the time, we don't even realize we have those thoughts. Just the ability to catch a thought ladder and say, oh my God, this is what I've been thinking. That's an awakening. That's an awakening to understand that the things that excite us or the things that grab our attention are the ones that either make us feel worse, or if you're an A-type personality, the ones that make you feel fabulous, right? I'm the queen, I'm the best, those kind of thoughts. Thoughts that cause the amygdala effect, the fear. Fear thoughts are beautiful. They're beautiful because they just grab hold of you. They grab hold of you. And you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen to me? What if this happens to me? What if we have a terrible hurricane season? What if my windows don't hold? What if I get a leak in my roof? Right? We love those thoughts. And that's what the whole news industry is based on. They know, and politicians know, that if they get you where you're scared, they have you for life. They're taking away your jobs. That's it. Oh my God, they're taking away my jobs. No. I have to vote this way. They're taking away your livelihood. Oh my God, they're taking away my livelihood. This is real for me. Yeah. Your livelihood really hasn't been taken away. I was having some conversations over the weekend about some people were saying, oh my God, they're converting all Hindus to Islam and Christianity and doing these terrible things. I'm like, really? So how many got converted? 10,000, 15? Nobody knows. Nobody knows the exact number of people that got converted, but they've held on to that thought of conversion. And now the fear is terrible. Oh my God, I must protect my Hinduism at all costs, and all the others are demons. See what fear does to you? It creates a warped idea of society. If you go deep into that fear, if you go deep into whatever it is, it's nothing other than a single thought. It starts off as a single thought or a single idea or a single value. And that, just like you release the thought of heat, can just be let go like a bubble. It doesn't matter at all. Once, we were in a small circle of people in the signature grand. Shri was there. And there was this lady who was, Shri, I have such a difficult time letting go of things. How do we let go of things? We are housewives, we've got so many commitments. How do we let go? He says, don't let go. Don't let go. Who's asking you to let go? Take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath now. Hold it and don't let go. See, letting go is the easiest thing. You have to let your breath go. You have to let everything go, because nothing is really happening except in your head. Nothing is happening. It's that whole supermarket effect. You're sitting holding a supermarket at a checkout, right? That's happening all the time. I keep talking about it. But that is exactly what is happening. If I asked you right now, you're in the grip of this fear of say, a hurricane coming in. What's happening? You are actually just sitting in your living room, looking at me. Nothing else is happening. There is no hurricane. Trust me, if a fire came, if a hurricane came, if something happened, you would be doing what you had to do. And that is what we want you to do anyway. Just do whatever is needed in the moment. But we are not in the moment. We're sitting here, we're looking at this event, and this can happen, and that can happen. And all these, we're bringing different worlds into our little bubble of existence. Now, I usually have a very small bubble. Nothing much happens in my world. It's all good. But once in a while, I'll look at a WhatsApp message. Once in a while, I'll see, something somebody says about what's happening in the world. And as soon as I do that, I've brought that fear, I've brought that tension, I've brought that anxiety into my reality. It doesn't belong. You see, you're only concerned about whatever reality is happening to you. Are you even bothered what's happening in Central Africa? Somebody gave birth to a baby in Niger. Do you even care? Somebody got beaten. Somebody got bullied. Somebody got killed. Someone is born. Someone dies. Do we even care what is happening? No, we hold on to what we think is our problem. And then we worry why, wonder why our lives are so filled with anxiety. Why am I so unhappy? You don't need to be unhappy for 1 minute. Happiness is your birthright. Because if you brought everything to this moment, to right now, and say, what exactly am I scared about? And go back to the source of it, you will find that it's just a single thought in your head, and everything that's in your head is just one more story. One more story. That fear is a story. That conversation that you're having is a story. Now, what happens when we meditate? Why do I encourage people to meditate? Now, people are anxious. Oh, my job is not going well. Oh, I lost a loved one. Things are not going well for me. Everything is happening. And you know what happens is that if you pay attention to those thoughts, they keep growing. They keep growing in your life. And the anxiety reaches a point that the serotonin will stop kicking in. And when that happens, there will be depression. You have to catch these thoughts before that happens. And I'm saying this, it's great that people are doing it at 50 and 60 and 70, that they're meditating. But I wish they would do it in their 20s. I wish that you would teach your children to meditate. Because what happens is when you meditate, your thoughts, you come up close and personal with your thoughts. You see, whenever there is a scary thought, we don't let it go. We don't release it, right? We push it down. We push it down. We press it down. We don't address it. We put it into our subconscious. It's not going to go away. It never goes away because it knows you love it. It knows you love it. And then at every interval it comes up. Small little triggers. You've lost somebody. You've lost a loved one. You'll see their clothes. You'll see their perfume. You'll see a rose. You'll hear a song. You'll feel the smell of something will trigger something. It never goes away. It's always there. So how do you release these type of traumatic events in your life? It doesn't come from repeating the story of your grief. No. It comes from sheer acceptance. Acceptance of the moment. Not what happened a year ago, not what happened 6 months ago, not what happened yesterday. Every moment, whatever is coming up to you, and we're back to the topic that I start, it's all okay. If you believe that it's all okay, everything is fine, and you take a deep breath in that moment and you just let it go. Together with that breath, that thought also just dissipates. And for that moment, now I cannot guarantee what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes. For that moment, there is a certain release. Something gets released. Now when you meditate, your thoughts come up. And the thoughts are exactly the same thoughts that are plaguing you in your life. Or nothing new is going to come up in meditation. It's the same thoughts that you're thinking about during the day. It's going to come up, you say, oh, I'm not meditating. I can't meditate. I can't get away from my thoughts. See, that's the beauty of meditation. It's just acknowledging that the thought is there, looking at it as a little bubble and just letting it go. And just saying, okay, it's all okay. It's all okay. Your best mantra for meditation. Get back to the sound of my voice and get back to it. After 5 minutes, there's the same thought that comes up again. Never going to happen for me. I'm never going to become okay. I'm never going to lose this weight. I'm never going to get over this misery. I'm never going to make it in life. I'm never going to find the love of my life. What are the things we're worrying about, right? The love of your life might be right there now, but you're too busy, absorbed in the state of your mind. And you're missing it already. Life is happening now. Life is happening now, and you are here. This is the greatest blessing. You are here now. In a second, it goes away. To lament and to feel miserable about yourself and about anybody else, to spread doom and gloom. How does it benefit you? In what way does it make you feel good? No. So if you are wise, and if you care about the way you want to present yourself, to show up in this world, you show up positive, you show up enthusiastic, you show up ready to release. That nothing was yours in the first place, not the money you make, not the children you have, not the spouse you're with. They're all here for the journey. All here for the journey. 2 drops of water in an ocean, along for a while, and then everyone goes towards their own destiny. Accepting that is a mental exercise, right? It's a mental exercise. It's like, because what is your mind saying? No, I want that person. I want that money. I want that figure, right? We're saying no and wanting the yes. Examine the state of your own mind. See how many times you're saying no to what life is presenting you with. And when you can flip that no to a yes, just switch it around and say yes, that is a moment of surrender. Just saying no to a yes, you're not surrendering to someone. You're surrendering to your own source, which is the source of everything. So there is nothing to give up. There's nothing to sacrifice. There is no loss of self-respect. There is nothing lost. You can't hold on to anything. It's all here for a moment and it's gone. How are you going to show up in this moment? How are you going to present yourself to the people who love you? Are you going to show them compassion and kindness, or anger, resentment, guilt, sense that you owe me or I owe you? What is the point of that? There's no point of anything. You cannot hold on to anything. Every single thing that you made here in this life, you're going to leave behind. And if you lost all your friends because of some money issue or some, that's something you have to live with. And if you you live and you work and you lose your health, that's something you have to live with. Show up to this moment fully enthusiastic, fully present, ready to do whatever it takes to make this moment a happy one. To bring that smile, even though your situation may not be the best. Because that situation, whatever it is, the bad situation will change and the good situation will definitely change. When you meditate, the grip gets released and bad situations never appear to be bad. They appear to be okay. And you deal with it in a positive, upbeat way. And when situations are really bad, you need to meditate twice as much. Not say, I don't have time to meditate. The more you meditate, the easier it gets, the easier life gets. And then it's smooth sailing all the way. Om Namah Shivaya.